What if I told you that you could get a perfect score on your tests without studying at all? In fact, what if I told you that on the ACT you could get a 36 without studying? Now, I wouldn't be the person to teach you this. In fact, when I was in 8th grade, I went into middle school for the first time, not just middle school, but public school for the first time. I was homeschooled all the way to then. And at that level, it was easy to transition. I just worked a little harder, made up for the time that I had been homeschooled and not used to the normal testing curriculum. However, when I got into high school, the gap really started to widen. I would study for hours every night, come, take the test, and I wouldn't do as well as my friends. I would talk to them and they'd say I didn't study very much at all. And I was like, why do I have to study so much more than they do and get worse results? Now, the epitome of this was one of my good friends, Ty Smith. The man never studied, yet he got perfect scores on his tests. And as well, he was able to be in the top 5% of the class. Towards the end of his high school career, he even got a perfect on the ACT, perfect on the math, and a 36 overall. With that, I was pretty mad. We'd all be mad. This person never studies and yet he excels academically. What's wrong with us? Why weren't we born that way? Why don't we have this talent that Ty Smith has, right? But I didn't do that. Instead, I went to Ty Smith and I asked him, how do you get such high scores on your tests? We talked about it. In fact, Algebra 2, my junior year, I wouldn't have passed without Ty Smith. And so I learned his techniques. I had the unique opportunity in my school to be part of the news program. And through that, I was able to be in Ty Smith's class at times and watch what he did. And I noticed something. He was more focused than any of the other students. Students might be writing notes, they might be, looking at the teacher, but Ty Smith, he was zoned in, had his guards on, he was absorbing every minute of the class time. And with that, he didn't have to study as much outside of class. Because he put in the effort early on, he was able to make sure that he was prepared for the test, but yet not have to study. He would do his homework, he would come in, and then he would take the test. He would do very well, stay in the top 5 percentile. So through this, I was able to use that and take that and apply it to my classes. Instead of getting mad, I got better. Now, there's lots of people in different environments that you might see that you might be like, man, they are so much better than me. Why were they born this way? Well, it's honestly not the case. Yes, some people might be more inclined to something than another person, but they use techniques. And that's why when you see somebody that's better than you, don't get mad, get better,